Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Good Morning Sri Lanka. And like the expression TGIF, thank God it's Friday. It is the 8th of February. My name is Ryan. Good morning. What's up?
Good morning, Ryan. It's good to be back at the show with you. It's been quite a short week, Ryan, and it's Friday again. I'm loving it.
Yes, I know for most of you folks who managed to snatch that early extended break, a lot of you folks had a long weekend. Well, being the Monday, the 65th anniversary of freedom in Sri Lanka. So belated Happy Independence Day to everyone.
Ryan, I've got to ask you this question, Ryan. Since Monday was National Day and all that, I mean, I know you've been in Sri Lanka for a long time and you are originally a Filipino citizen. What is the one thing you love about our country?
There are many things I love about the country, and I've always spoken about it. First, I love the people. I think the people is the greatest asset of Sri Lanka. The friendliness, the honesty, the resilience of a country. I mean, for a country to suffer from a 30-year civil war to manage to stand up is resilience. And where on earth can you find a place where in 30 minutes you're at the beach, in 3 hours you're in up hill country, and if you would also look at the globe, this is the safest place on earth. There are no tectonic plates. There's no ring of fire. Because in the Philippines we have volcanoes, we have earthquakes. So I love the country.
So you don't want to go back, do you?
Well, home will always be home, but Sri Lanka is home for now.
Sri Lanka is indeed home for a lot of us.
So we got a lot of interesting stories that we'd like to share with you. Some easy on the ear type of story, because today being a Friday, and also some lovely guests that will tell us what is happening very soon. And it's a very special program.
It is indeed.
So shall I just kick off a very interesting story?
Let's hear it, Ryan.
Well, this might be something that you will be surprised, but did you know in the fashion capital of the world, not Milan, but Paris, France, did you know that women are still, it's considered against the law for women to wear pants? Yes, it's one of those funny little laws that has been overlooked, and since the 1800s has been there and still on the books until recently. And according to this, it's a 200-year ban that has been now changed, thankfully. And for those wondering why was this made into a law, well, it called on women who wanted to wear pants to seek permission from the police. And the law was then revised to allow women to wear them when they're riding a bike or a horse, but never fully taken out. So now it is official, women can wear trousers in France.
It is strange, Ryan, to call Paris the fashion capital when women can't wear pants.
Yeah, so but now the law is no longer there, so women can now freely wear pants in Paris.
Talking about laws in different countries, Ryan, okay, I'm just going to touch on the law in Kuwait, one particular law in question. Criticizing the emir is illegal in Kuwait and is considered a state security charge.
Oh, okay.
Those convicted of the offence face up to 5 years in jail. And something that has happened earlier this week, Ryan, a person was found insulting the emir on Twitter, and he has been sentenced to 5 years in prison.
I think certain reverence or certain degree of respect need to be given to heads of state. I know this is the same case in Thailand. Very much revered is the king and the royal family, and out of respect, the people expect, especially if you're a foreigner, if you're a visitor, to follow the tradition.
And also, Ryan, the ruling is not final, as it will be appealed, but apparently he'll be serving the sentence, even though he'll be serving the sentence quite immediately. And it's not just that, he's a third opposition youth activist to be convicted.
Okay.
And that is not by insulting the emir, but for posting it on Twitter.
Well, there you go, the day and age of social networking, that what could be someone's opinion is no longer now within the boundaries of a country. It goes around and could be read by millions. If you're Justin Bieber, some 80 million people. Now, speaking of being read, we got an interesting story about how a library is taking the very unconventional approach to having people come to the library. Part of the Mayfield Library this is in Scotland. They have a Love Your Library Day. Okay, the event reported drew in a number of attendees and participants, including local police officers. The reason for this, they have offered pole dancing fitness session at the library.
Oh, wow.
As their way, because apparently before you guys get into the the other type of thinking when it comes to pole dancing, according to the most recent report, pole dancing has become more mainstream and considered as by even the Cambridge Union Society of the Cambridge University as being one of the best fitness program, and they even have classes offered at Cambridge University on pole dancing. So now this library in Scotland has decided to offer it as a special session, educational probably, Love Your Library Day.
Oh wow, Ryan, that's quite interesting indeed. Also, I mean, lately in the news, Ryan, especially during the latter part of 2012, we've been getting a lot of news about, meteorites and UFOs, and there's a lot of talk with astronomers worldwide, with NASA getting into the picture. But here's something really cool. Next week, on the 15th, apparently, we are going to see an asteroid, which is going to be one of the closest.
Oh.
It's going to be so close that you will be able to see it, and in the scale of its size, it's actually going to be the closest asteroid to come close to Earth.
But no word as to the gravitational effect it might have on the planet. Nothing like that. Nothing to be worried. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, but NASA definitely claims that there is no way that the asteroid is going to hit Earth, so that's something good to know. They've given it a name, though. It's called Asteroid 2012 DA14.
That's a
2012 because it was first founded last year.
DA14.
I have no idea why DA14.
Very interesting name. And speaking of space, well, I think everyone knows about Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. Well, recently the Iranian government has been kind of boasting about their space program. Yes, and they declared last week that they had launched a monkey into space and managed to retrieve the monkey alive, and it was hailed as a major step towards their goal of sending humans into space. And guess who's stepping forward as to be the first Iranian to be sent into space by the Iranian space program? The president. Yes, President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad said, "I am ready to be the first human to be sent to space by Iranian scientists." And he said that sending living things into space is the result of Iranian efforts and the dedication of thousands of Iranian scientists.
Well, of course, for a leader of his scale, sky is the limit, but in this case, I guess space is.
So it might be interesting for some leaders probably in the West are like waiting, hope that happens soon.
Also, Ryan, recently we've known that Hillary Clinton was stepping down from her post, and earlier this week John Kerry has stepped up, and now he is the Secretary of State. And also it's interesting because he's made quite a few jokes, especially because earlier it was Condoleezza Rice and then Hillary Clinton, and he's actually made a statement saying, can a man actually run the State Department?
Oh yeah, it's been women running the State Department.
And especially in his opening speech, he made this other statement, which a lot of people interpreted as a joke, and he came up and said, I have big heels to fill.
Well, at least it's better than the binder full of women.
Yeah, well.
That Mitt Romney was parading during the campaign. And we got also a little bit into the strange type of news. Well, yesterday we had a very interesting soybean fight between two ward of imaginary devils in Japan. This is in Japan, where a Japanese zoo reportedly ran a drill. Okay, but here's the thing. This is how to control animals on certain emergencies. But the animals were not animals themselves. They were employees dressed as animals.
Yeah.
Okay, so the drill goes like if there is a fire and certain animals have decided to free themselves from the zoo, what are they to do? So reminding you folks, these are not real animals. These are people dressed like animals. So one animal got really into the act and really did try to escape, and it was a zebra.
But I did read something about it recently, Ryan, and even though it's been done by the Japanese, it's apparently originally a Chinese custom, which is started centuries ago.
Yeah, but it's interesting, like the behavior of an animal, but you're doing it on a human dressed like a fluffy animal. It's just interesting. Well, The zebra tried to go for an escape, but sadly it was hit by a tranquilizer. I don't know how, if that really affected the man that's wearing the suit. And there was even a dramatic fall of the zebra.
Excellent, Ryan.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff indeed. Also, I believe we have we've got a promotion going on since it's Valentine's Day, and we've got 6 more days for Valentine's, right?
Yes, for a lot of people right now, that's the reason why this week seems so short, or also the reason why this week seems so long. Because Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and a very special Valentine treat is up for grabs, and all you need to do is simply, if I'm mistaken, type MTV space LOVE space your name and your story.
Yeah, and you got to send it to 7788.
Yes, 7788 to win a very special Valentine treat courtesy of the romantic people at MTV Sports.
I've spoke to Sachin recently on the show, and I asked him what his Valentine plans were, and apparently he's going to spend it with his dog.
Oh yeah, the dog. Is this the same dog that he had to rush to the hospital?
I'm not too sure.
A couple of days back. Well, the CS Trade is listening. I hope your dog is feeling much better, so as not for you to be alone on Valentine's Day. And also, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, Valentine's is not just for lovers. It's a celebration of love. If you love your family, you love your friends, go and celebrate the idea, the feeling of love. Not just with your boyfriend or your husband or your significant other.
I mean, definitely it wouldn't hurt to go give your mom a rose.
That is true. And the good thing is, a lot of people are saying that most of the flowers that are bought for Valentine's Day are not exactly for the girlfriend or the wives. They're for the moms.
Oh.
And a lot of families do go out on Valentine's Day just to celebrate. It's a celebration of love, folks.
But of course, then again, I mean, there are a lot of people who celebrate it, but then there are a lot of people who are like completely against Valentine's.
Yes,
right?
That's true. Well, when we come back, we got some celebrations happening, so we'll talk to our lovely guests. So please stick around for more GMSL.